In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to rethink your retirement spending by exploring three main areas. First, the beliefs that keep retirees underspending. Second, the emotional cost of cautious living. And lastly, we're going to go through a short case study showing how to confidently align your spending to your lifestyle. I'm Rob Garriano, owner and financial advisor at Garriano Wealth Management, and I've worked with hundreds of clients planning their retirement. I've seen retirees with millions afraid to buy a new car and others with less than half that living their dream lifestyle. The difference? Knowing what their spending actually means. Most retirees are more scared of spending money than running out of it, and that fear is costing them the retirement they've worked decades to enjoy. We're going to walk through the most common retirement spending mistakes and help you understand what you can spend with clarity, not fear. Let's get into it. The real problem with retirement spending isn't about money. It's about fear. Retirees are so worried about doing it wrong that they hesitate to do it at all. They postpone the trip, they drive the old car, they skip the gift because they've been told for decades that spending is dangerous. But this cautious mindset doesn't just preserve money, it kills momentum. We call this the retirement freeze, when people delay joy out of the fear of running out, even when they're more than financially ready. And as a result, thousands of retirees are quietly living well below their means, missing out on the lifestyle they could already afford. Let me tell you about Mike and Sarah. They had $1.9 million saved, a paid-off house, 2 guaranteed income streams. But when they sat down to map out their spending, they froze. Not because they didn't have enough, but because they couldn't trust what they could spend. What they learned flipped their whole mindset, and it starts with the belief most retirees don't even realize they're carrying. One of the most dangerous beliefs in retirement is this: if I don't touch my principal, I'm doing it right. It sounds responsible, safe, smart, and for decades, that's exactly what you've been told by finance articles, radio shows, even well-meaning advisors. But here's the problem. Life doesn't care about your account balance. It cares about what you do with it. I've met retirees who had more than enough, yet constantly felt guilty every time they booked a trip, replaced a car. The idea of spending down felt like a failure. The result was years of missed opportunities, unnecessary stress, and a retirement that feels like a second job, full of budgeting, second guessing, and waiting for permission that never comes. And if that sounds familiar, if you've saved diligently but still aren't sure what you can actually spend, then here's something just for you. I'm offering a one-on-one retirement readiness assessment to the first 20 viewers who click the link in the description. It's quick, just a few questions, and I'll personally send you a custom video within 48 hours, walking through exactly where you stand and what you can afford to spend confidently. No pressure, just clarity. Click the link if you want that peace of mind. So what finally gives retirees permission to enjoy what they've built? It's not a savings goal. It's not a rule of thumb. It's one shift, one question that changes everything. And it's the same question I've asked every client who came in feeling unsure, guilty, or stuck. Because once you stop asking, what can I afford? And start asking, what does my life actually cost? The fear disappears. Let me show you how we flip that script. What people really want isn't to preserve a number, it's to preserve a lifestyle. They want to know they covered all the bases without second guessing every dollar they spend. That's why we created the bases covered retirement system. It flips the old logic of retirement on its head. Instead of asking, can I afford this? We built a system that shows you exactly how your savings, income, and lifestyle all fit together. So you can stop budgeting in fear and start spending with confidence. Here's how the bases covered retirement system works. We start by calculating your maximum retirement paycheck, which is the most you can sustainably pay yourself each month using everything you built: Social Security, pensions, and your investment. No more guessing or generic rules of thumb, just a real number based on your real resources. Then we match that paycheck against the lifestyle you want to live: monthly spending, one-time expenses, legacy plans, even dreams you've put off. And if there's a gap, we show you how to close it and discuss what adjustments need to be made. If there isn't, then you've just unlocked permission to enjoy what you've earned. And what's powerful is this: At every step, you gain more confidence. Most people realize they can afford more than they thought. One client we onboarded recently assumed she was limited to $3,000 per month. But after going through our system, we discovered that her real retirement paycheck number was closer to $5,000. Another couple planned to delay travel until the market settled. After going through our system, their retirement paycheck showed they could afford the trip now with room to spare. This isn't about spending recklessly, it's about spending intentionally. Because when you know your number, you can stop asking, can I afford this? And start asking, what would make this season of life unforgettable? Let's see what this looks like in a real life example with two people we'll call Mike and Sarah, who are 60 and 58 years old respectively. They came to me hoping to retire in 5 years, but weren't sure if that was realistic or what their spending would look like once they did. As we do with all of our clients, we ran them through our basis covered retirement system, which starts with our consultation and onboarding process. We began by unpacking the lifestyle goals they envisioned for themselves. They mentioned they'd like to travel twice a year, stay involved in their community, help cover part of their grandkids' education, and provide a small legacy for their children. Now, we also factored in some additional out-of-pocket healthcare expenses. In total, they were estimated to need approximately $6,000 per month on an after-tax basis. Now I'm going to open up Income Labs, which is our retirement income software, to show you what we did next. During our onboarding process, we had all of Mike and Sarah's investment accounts input into their plan. And as you can see there, their current balance of $1.9 million was projected to be about $2.1 million in May of 2027 when they wanted to retire. Now, this was included of additional savings plus some market growth. This is all while keeping their legacy goal of approximately $200,000. We then went into our Social Security Optimizer to help decide on the best time to take their Social Security benefits. We were able to see the trade-off of taking their benefits at any time earlier than age 70. And after some consideration, we decided that they would begin their respective benefits at full retirement age. As you can see here, Mike would receive $3,260 per month, and Sarah would receive $2,490 per month. And on the right-hand side, you can see here that it would be about 90% of the maximum they would receive if they would have waited until age 70. They were okay with this, but it was important to then see how this decision would affect their overall plan to spend $6,000 a month in retirement. So we combined those Social Security amounts with their modest pension plus their portfolio withdrawals to calculate their maximum retirement paycheck. They were truly shocked at the results. As you can see here, as we go back into their plan, we advised them that they could comfortably spend a little over $8,500 per month with confidence. This plan now was also stress tested against some historical market environments, such as the dot-com bubble and the global financial crisis. Now, let me talk about this for a minute. Here you'll see we have the global financial crisis, and if we were to go through that amount of income, $8,500 per month, during this period, the green lines would show when we can increase their income, and red lines would show when we had to decrease their income. As you can see here, during the global financial crisis, they were able to increase their income multiple times throughout retirement. Let's also take a look at one other stress test environment, which was the dot-com bubble. Between 1999 and 2003, specifically March of 2021 during the dot-com bubble, we were able to see they were even able to increase their income twice during retirement. Not only did the plan hold up in these historical situations, but Mike and Sarah would have been able to increase their income multiple times throughout retirement. Continual monitoring and small adjustments are what make retirement planning successful. So what was the end result? They could afford to retire right on schedule with a monthly spending plan of $8,500. But more importantly, they walked away with the confidence to spend. No more spreadsheets, no more guesswork, just a plan that supported the life they actually wanted to live. If you've ever felt unsure about how much you can really spend in retirement, if you've worried about making a mistake or spending too soon, you're not alone. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be that way. You can have clarity. You can have confidence. You can give yourself permission to live retirement the way you imagined. That's exactly what the basis covered retirement system is designed to do. And if you're ready to see what that looks like for you in your situation, I've got something to help. I'm offering a one-on-one retirement readiness assessment to the first 20 viewers who click the link in the description below. It's just a few quick questions, and in 48 hours, I'll send you a custom video breaking down your unique retirement paycheck and what you can afford to spend with confidence. No pressure, no guesswork, just the clarity you've been waiting for. I'll see you in the next video.